So you can see that we've basically created £55,000 worth of equity just by sitting on the property. Amortisation, bit of a difficult one to say that. Right, everybody, welcome. So we're going to be doing a series now where I break down each of the properties that we've purchased over the years in our property portfolio breakdown. So if you've come halfway through in the series, don't forget to go all the way back to the beginning, watch them all the way through one after the other, and then we'll do a summary at the end. Hopefully you're going to find this really interesting and kind of my journey on our property breakdown, which you'll see in other videos I feed in as a general thing. So here you're going to get the real meaty information. And then that information will be summarized at the end. So when you watch other videos and I say, so our property portfolio is XYZ, then you'll understand where that comes from. So you can watch these videos over and over again. Nice little series. And as I say, if you've come in halfway through, don't forget to go back to the beginning and watch them all the way through. Otherwise they won't make sense. Welcome back to the series. We're going to be looking at property number 3 today. So property number 3. Now, you all recall that the last property in the last video we did in 2012. Now that took quite a fair time, probably 3 years for me to go from buying it all the way to like completely finished with it. And during that time, so that's up to 2015, I decided to actually leave my job and concentrate full-time on what I suppose some would say would be my side hustle. Done videos on side hustles. If you want to have a look on them, click on the top right-hand corner, I think it is. And we'll put a link through to those. But yeah, basically I decided now was the time to go full-time into that. So between these 2 years, I'm doing developments, and then we've actually managed to save up a little bit of money. Probably was really more towards our wedding, but what better way to use it rather than waste it on a wedding? My wife doesn't watch these videos, so I'm safe saying that, I hope. So in 2017 we bought property number 3, which is actually in a block of flats that we manage already. So that particular flat I felt very comfortable with because it was in a block of flats that we manage. We're in control of the service charge, and I've got family members that own it in there as well. This one was quite a bit of a simpler one. Basically, the owner had lived there for a long period of time. She had passed away. I think she went into a nursing home and passed away, and the family were trying to sell the property for her, and we agreed a price, and I pretty much bought it off of them. So that's a good example of like off the market, because they've come to me as Charles Cox going, well, you manage the building, you've already got some in this building already, or your family members have, would you like to buy it? Before they've even gone to a estate agent. So they've saved their fees, which obviously doesn't benefit me, other than the fact that that allowed me to negotiate with them a little bit better, because I know they're going to save those fees. I also know that it's a probate sale. The kids probably want the money. I mean, you get that, you kind of get that feeling from them. So it's going to be a nice, easy, simple one, but not much work to do on the flat. Pretty okay. So it doesn't really tick our kind of buy, refurbish, refinance type model, but actually it fits to other models. So I'm not one of these developers that like must be a complete smelly cat wee job. I will look at anything. In this one, you could argue was what they call a turnkey property. For those of you who don't know that, that's literally turn up with a key and it's all done for you. So it wasn't far off that. It did need some work doing to electrics and stuff like that, but yeah, generally speaking. So on this particular one, we ended up, it's a 2-bed flat with an underground car parking space, nice views, just outside of Brighton, and we paid £170,000 for it. So you can see how much in these few years the property prices are going up. Bearing in mind at this moment in time, this property is probably worth, I would have said probably about 185. So it's not the world's most exciting discount, but bearing in mind, if they stuck it in the market at 185, they're probably going to have to pay the estate agent and legal fees of about 5 grand anyway. So basically I've knocked 10 grand off of what their price is. But don't forget, we manage the building, I'm in control of the service charge, doesn't really need any doing up. So fairly straightforward property. And then this particular property in today's market is probably worth about 225. So you can see how we've increased just purely on the fact that the prices have gone up. And the original mortgage, from memory, was around about 145,000, I think, from memory. 145,000. I haven't done the exact maths on that, but it's approximately that value. So you can see that we've basically created £55,000 worth of equity just by sitting on the property. From 2017 was when we bought this one. That's up here, isn't it? Yeah, not there. So this is property number 3. Turnkey property, basically. Paid 170 for it, now worth 225. 145,000. Tenant, when they moved in, I think they were paying, I want to say about £850 a month. Currently now paying 1,250. So you can see that has gone up as well, the increase on those two on the rent. So this particular property, whilst we have added this increase and it was kind of turnkey when we bought it, the person that lived in there from 2017 when we bought it to about 2021, everything sort of got a bit worn out and a bit unfashionable, if you like. It was a fairly new kitchen, nice carpets and stuff like that, but they weren't really neutral, in line with the market, you know, the sort of thing tenants expect and the rest of it. So we did actually spend about £10,000 putting a new kitchen in it, refurbishing the bathroom, all new carpets, decorated throughout. So it's in really good condition now and more of a modern taste, if you like. So you could argue that out of this, you know, this £55,000 equity that we've created here, apart from the service charge costs and obviously other running costs, capital expenditure, the capex, we're minus £10,000 on that. So actually really it's 45k because we've had to spend this, but this come at a much later date. So obviously I've been able to use the rent to fund the 10 grand. So that's property number 3. Don't forget to subscribe, it will give you a little alert and you'll be able to see that we've uploaded a new video. And don't forget to comment below. That actually helps the algorithm and it will then pump the video out to a wider audience and hopefully help more people that will be of interest. So subscribe, like, comment. There are 3 things to do. Thank you for watching the video all the way through.